Heading into the United Nations Marrakesh conference regarding the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly, and Regular Migration, we certainly all know where the UN stands when it comes to mass migration. To these unelected, non-accountable bureaucrats, people who presumably live within the confines of gated communities themselves, well, they just adore the idea of open borders. So too does our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, and our Immigration Minister, Ahmad Hussein. Yet, what do the people have to say? You know, the taxpayers who actually pay the freight of the UN paper pushers and the elected officials, and for that matter, various irregulars waltzing across Roxham Road who can't be bothered to immigrate in a lawful fashion. Well, let's take inventory, shall we? In the Netherlands, a recent opinion poll showed 41% are against signing the pact versus only 34% in favor. In Germany, where Chancellor Angela Merkel can't wait to sign this document, because I guess 1 million or so Syrian refugees is too low a number for Germany, a full 40% of Germans fear that the UN Migration Pact will result in more migrant claims. This compares to just 22.7% who feel there will be no additional migration claims once this pact is ratified. And a new survey has revealed that half of Austrians support the conservative populist government's move to opt out of the United Nations Migration Pact, with only 29% saying the move did not make sense. Meanwhile, here in the Great White North, check out these poll results from an Angus Reid Institute survey. 58% of respondents say Canada is too generous with border crossers, while only 7% say we're not generous enough. Furthermore, 71% of respondents said Ottawa should mostly or exclusively devote resources to policing the border, while only 29% prefer to focus on assisting new arrivals. With stats like that, clearly the majority of people in Western nations aren't on board with the UN's Global Compact initiative. And gee, whatever happened to that quaint little concept democracies are normally beholden to? You know, majority rules. Apparently, it's the virtue signaling elites that are doing the ruling these days, whether you like it or not. Do you agree? If so, please sign our petition at stopthemigrationpact.com. That's stopthemigrationpact.com. Thank you. Hey folks, as you know, I'm off to Marrakesh to cover the latest UN conference. If you can kindly help fund this mission to cover off our expenses, that would be much appreciated. After all, we want to bring you the sort of news the media party doesn't want you to know. So if you can, please make a donation at rebelun.com. That's rebelun.com. And thank you once again for your generous support.